Hi, welcome. Thank you so much for being here and joining me. So, the reading that I have here today is about what do you need to know right now. All right. So, if you're ready for your reading, you can go ahead and check out the timestamps below. But pretty much what I'm doing today is asking, what do you need to know right now? All right. So, a little bit about what's happening and what might energy that's coming your way. So I am going to use the Tarot of the Divine to pull out the initial cards and spread. And then I will clarify and get some additional context with the tarot that you choose. All right. I am starting off with an energy check. So I'll be using the Star Codes Astro Oracle here and the Earthcraft Oracle here to ask, for some themes or energies that might be popping up, and also to use this sort of as an energy check. So, if that first part of the reading, makes sense to you, then you know that it's your reading. And if it doesn't, you might want to check out a different pile and see if there's any messages for you there. All right. But as always, it is possible that there's, no messages in the reading today. All right. So you can try a different reading or a different time. All right. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. And let me introduce you to the piles. All right. So for pile number 1, I will be using the Modern Witch Tarot. And this is the High Priestess from the Modern Witch Tarot. For pile number 2, I will be using the Otherkin Tarot, and this is the High Priestess from the Otherkin Tarot. And for pile number 3, I'll be using the Santa Muerte Tarot, and this is the High Priestess from the Santa Muerte Tarot. So, go ahead and pick your card, and I will see you at your reading. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, pile number 1, and those of you who chose the Modern Witch Tarot High Priestess here. All right, I'm starting off with the Star Codes Astro Oracle, and we have Venus, Beloved, and the number 21. Okay, so some of you, well, you might have love on your mind is what I'm getting. You might have romantic relationships, learning about love, the way that you're showing love. It could be to a romantic partner. It could also be about what's it called, like just love and in the sense of humanity, right? So like you learning to, maybe about your love styles is what I'm getting in touch with your creativity is another thing that I'm getting over here. All right, I'm getting this like Empress energy as well, and then the pomegranates here with the High Priestess, and there's also pomegranates here. Okay, that might be significant, but pomegranates, it's about the seeds, right? And planting seeds, nurturing things, growing things over here. Okay, you also have prophetic dreams here, which is some of you might be highly spiritual, with the this High Priestess energy, right? You might have a lot wow, my cat really wants to be a part of this reading. Interesting, she's never done that. So some of you might be cat people here. All right. But what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Interesting. Was I in prophetic dreams? Oh, yes, right? So some of you might be highly spiritual. Some of you might have some psychic abilities here. You might be having dreams in this moment that are like giving you ideas. So pay attention to your dreams is another message that I'm getting over here as well. Okay. But yes, maybe some of your dreams can be put into creative outlets over here with this Venus energy, right? Remember that, loving yourself is the best way to learn to love others is what I'm going to say. Also, and I was going to read from the book over here for prophetic dreams, but I'm noticing that you have 21 and 21, okay? So that might be important. and you know, the two of the high priestess as well. Some of you might be around 21, or 21 might have been an important age for you. You know, I'm gonna say that this narrows down to 3. All right, so like 2 and 1 is 3, so 33 might also be a number here that's calling to me. All right, so I was going to read from the prophetic dreams messages. So dreams are your intuition in overdrive, gateways to hidden secrets, needs, and feelings. Each element of a dream represents something significant in your waking life and an opportunity to understand yourself on a deeper level. Your higher self is free of the confines of the conscious mind in dreams and can better provide you with wisdom and support, and even alert you to potential dangers that you may have overlooked. Many people find it easier to confront challenges and to learn lessons while engaging in the dream space. The prophetic dreams card comes to a reading when there is profound guidance waiting for the reader in the realm of the subconscious mind. Okay, so there's definitely a need for you to pay attention to your dreams. Kind of what I was saying, like for some of you, I'm really getting this putting your dreams into a creative pursuit. And I'm going to go back to this high priestess here. You know, something about that's, you know, like, so I don't know, the purple here is just really reminding of the that the high priestess is wearing, right? I mean, I'm thinking of like the third eye and like crown chakra, so you might have those chakras opening up. You might be just gaining a lot of insight, right? And insight, I'm getting insight about the how the world is connected, right? But back to your creative pursuit, some of you might need to put these dreams into writing, okay? Because here you see the high priestess very much looks like she looks like she's typing, right? Like if you see that, some of you might be writers, some of you might have been thinking about writing, okay? So absolutely, you know, like use that as a venue to help you process this information that you're getting here. All right. So if anything in there kind of resonated or made sense for you, I'm going to go ahead and get in with the tarot. I'm going to start with the tarot of the divine here. All right. And we are starting with like your own energy. So like, you know, what do you need to know about your energy here? You have the 8 of Wands, the 6 of Wands reversed, and the Knight of Wands over here. And then the bottom row is gonna be like the energy that's coming toward you. So like external, but not how you're relating to the external world, but more like how the external world is relating to you, and what do you need to know about what's coming toward you. All right, so we have the Star reversed, we have the King of Wands, and we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Okay, so don't fret, we're definitely gonna clarify this over here. Okay, but yes, you know, with the 8 of Wands right here, I'm getting the message, right, of charging forward, right, of really I'm getting like putting plans into action. Okay, maybe you've been, you know, maybe it hasn't been, you know, like these mystical spiritual, you know, like like I'm getting, how do I say this, right, like these hazy dreams, right? Maybe you're just thinking about your dreams that you want to make a reality, right? Like my dream is to become a writer, let's say, right? Sorry, back to this writing thing. And there's, you know, like start putting it into action. It's like this is saying put it into your material realm, you know, charge forward. All right, like get things going over here, because in your heart space you have the 6 of Wands reversed, which is, and the Knight of Wands reverse. Actually, whoa, so all of you is Wands over here. Some of you might be fire signs here, or you know, you might want to check out like what fire placements you have. I'm gonna say yeah, I mean, we pretty much have the gamut of like Leo, Aries, Sagittarius over here. Okay, so you know, that might be significant for some of you. All right, but really it's about taking action, right? And back to this, yeah, back to what I was saying over here. Yeah, I think that's why like the whole creative part of the Venus card struck to me. Okay, maybe like you just really need to get in touch with your passionate self, with your creative self, right? The part of you that that wants to, I don't know, like just do things that feel good because they feel good, right? Not just because, you know, you have to go to work or whatever, right? But it's like, okay, I'm gonna do this project because it makes me feel good. Like that sort of energy here. And I'm getting that right now, in your heart space, you're not feeling great. And the Knight of Wands mentally, right? It also saying kind of like there's some delays to this passion. There's some delays to the things that you're trying to get started, okay? I don't think the Knight of Wands reversed is completely the worst, because I think that it does show some care, all right? Because the Knight of Wands can sometimes be a little bit of a careless energy, just kind of comes and goes and doesn't really think things through. So the message that I'm getting here for you, something that you need to know, is that you need to be mindful and thoughtful about how you're going to proceed, right? But you are being asked to ask. It's like you need to get out of this. You have these dreams, you have these ideas, you have these passions inside of you, but you've just been sitting on them, right? So start putting them into action. Start, for some of you, if it's not like necessarily that you want to be a writer or something like that, I'm still getting a lot of write things down. And I think it's like maybe journal, right? Like start manifesting, start thinking about the things that you want to get done, and put them into, at least into writing for now, right? Like start thinking about what you want more thoughtfully. These values over here that might have been hidden to you, that might be slowly becoming revealed to you over here, right? Because with the Six of Wands, there is this sense of, not feeling like the victorious self that you can be, right? Because the Six of Wands upright is the energy of feeling victorious, of charging forward, of like you've worked hard, and you're getting celebrated, like that sort of thing. And I am gonna say, sometimes the Six of Wands is accompanied by like a lot of other figures, but here you have a Six of Wands that's independent, right? So I'm really getting about this, like you need to be your own hype up, right? Like you need to be sure of yourself, regardless of what others are saying, is the message that I'm getting, okay? Like don't how do I say this, right? Like, it's like you don't need to wait for the procession. You don't need to wait for the other people to kind of like come behind you and support you. It's like you need to work on your own, like you feeling good, you believing in yourself, right? Because with the Six of Wands reverse, there you go. That's the energy of like not believing in yourself, not feeling victorious, right? So it's like that's something that needs to be brought to your attention right now, which we also see in this star reversed over here. And this is more of like the external energy, and I'm not gonna lie, the star reversed energy and the Wheel of Fortune, we're gonna clarify, but it can be a little daunting, but I am getting it that it's coming to me. It feels like it's coming from this lack of belief in yourself, okay? Like maybe you've been going through some down and out times, some really hard times that make it hard for you to get in touch with this passionate side of yourself that you seem to, I'm getting that you've been kind of ignoring, all right? Or not paying attention to, or repressing even, all right? Because when the star shows up, I mean, we wanted to show up bright to show us that it has our back and everything. But with it being reversed, it's just kind of saying, hey, things might be feeling a little uncertain right now. I'm getting over here with the Wheel of Fortune. But because the Wheel of Fortune is in your mental space, right? To me, what it's saying is that this isn't coming from like bad luck or lack of fortune in your material realm, right? It's coming from your mind, your mental health. So like you need to make sure that you're being careful about how you're taking care of like I'm getting like stress levels, and if you're having like anxiety, or if I mean, for some of you even like depression and things like that, right? Like that's kind of the energy that I'm getting with this being in your mental space, that it's more like internal, not that life's throwing, for some of you, yeah, life can be throwing some hurdles at you here, but it's just like this energy of if you're not taking care of your mental health, then that's going to make it worse, right? So there's this need for you to kind of work on that, right? In your heart space, you have the King of Wands. So there is this need, right? Like this need for you to charge forward, okay? Like that's really what it is, right? Because like all these wands over here, at the top, you have like the King of Wands who charges forward with his passions, who's smart about it, is logical about it, who communicates these projects, who like gets things done, right? I believe this is more Sagittarius energy. I think, what else was Sagittarius? This was Sagittarius, that was Sagittarius, that was Leo. And yeah, like I said, there's just a lot of fire sign over here. Fire signs over here. Sorry. But yeah, and with the star, like I said, it's almost like I'm getting the sense of like Do you recognize that you've deserved this, right? Or that you earned this, or like, you know, whatever it is that you're trying to work for, that, you know, you get to make a wish if you believe in yourself, right? I'm getting the sense of like, turn the Six of Wands right side up, believe in yourself, charge forward, and then the star is gonna turn right side up and the world's gonna have your back, right? The Wheel of Fortune's gonna come right back up again and say, hey, you know, you're gonna be feeling better and, you know, reaping in all the rewards again, okay? Like, those are some of the messages here. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the Modern Witch Tarot to clarify this energy, all right, and see what else you need to know right now, okay? Wow, okay, hold on a second. Oh, wow. Oh my God. Wow, okay, okay. Whew. All right. So I don't know. Did you hear that? Like there was just like a firework here. And then the like right before or right after the cards shot out over here. And what shot out? I'm gonna show you, you know, you can, this is what popped up. It was the Four of Cups in the Tower. It showed up when I picked it up, it was reversed, okay? So kind of like I was saying, I'm not getting this. I'm going to put them back in the deck and then see what pops up, okay? But I'm going to take it as a message, all right? Because, you know, with the tower reversed, I'm not getting, like I said, that life is going to be necessary. Like, yes, right? There might be hardships. Life can always be difficult and hard and things like that, right? But I'm not getting that it's like life destroying your physical realm and kind of making things super harder for you. That it's more about an internal transformation, right? So like you might not be feeling your very best right now. I think that's where the Tower energy wanted to, you know, to remind us that you were not feeling like your very best. You're going through some transformations, okay? So pay attention to what, you know, when you're thinking about your dreams and things like that, like pay attention to what they're telling you and revealing about what you really want, right? Like what is trying to change within you? Do you know what is trying to change within you? You know, like process that, write about that. It's a message that I'm really getting here, all right? I don't know why I'm really getting this like writing energy. So yeah, you know, with the Four of Cups, right? Because there's this like dissatisfaction, right? There's something that you are not happy about. There's something that is just not working for you. So you are being asked to go through with this internal transformation here, okay? Yeah, okay. The Four of Cups wanted, see, it really wanted to pop up. Yep. Okay. All right. So for yourself, okay? Yes. Dissatisfaction, right? Something that you are over, all right? Like she's over it, right? But then it's causing you to reject what life is trying to offer you, right? That's why we had this star reversed over here. It's almost like you're, you know, by not taking care of yourself, you are rejecting what the universe is trying to offer you, right? So like keep an eye out for that, okay? Because this is like, you know, your advice, like maybe you've been still, but you know, start assessing, start thinking about it. What is it that's causing you this dissatisfaction? Your heart space is the Eight of Cups. There's something that you are being asked to leave behind. What are you being asked to leave behind? I mean, you would know, right? Like I said, pay attention to this, to the things that do not feel right, because you're emotionally, you're being asked to leave those things that don't serve you in search of things that are going to be better fitting you, okay? Now with the Seven of Swords, for some of you, I'm gonna say, like, if you're dealing with somebody else, it could be an energy of someone who lied, cheated to you, you know, like somebody who's like, you know, bad habits and addictions ended up harming your mental wellness over here, right? Or like messed with your mind is something that I'm getting. But for others, it's really just your own energy of you needing to assess, you know, one, you know, like how you're moving, like the world, okay? And the message that I'm getting is, are you being strategic? Or are you being manipulative and conniving, right? With the Seven of Swords, okay, I'm getting, like for some of you, there's this need to assess addictions, okay? Like that's not always associated with this card, but like right now, I'm kind of getting that association with it as well, okay? So like, you know, like mentally we can be addicted, you know, it doesn't have to be like, you know, drugs or alcohol or something like that, right? But just like things that are still not good for us, right? So really this need to assess that, you know, like what things are you doing that are harming your mental health? Like I'm really getting like mental health here over here. I'm getting, it's funny because like I see all the fire, but I'm also getting like a very airy energy, like air energy, like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius sort of energy, okay? So that's interesting. But yes, oh yeah, and the Seven of Swords, that would be Gemini. So yeah. All right, so just definitely, right, assess how you're navigating the world. Okay, are you out there, you know, strategizing for yourself, maybe because you need to do what you need to do? Okay, cool. But are you hurting others in the way? You know, I mean, you know, like just kind of being careful about that energy here is what I'm getting. All right, now for dealing with this energy that's coming your way, and you know what, okay, I'm going to leave it like this, but don't worry. I won't forget that these were reversed, all right? Because we need to take that into consideration as we're thinking about the messages. So, yeah, see, funny. You have the Knight of Wands again, reversed again, all right? With the King of Wands, you have the everything is fine card. And Nine of Pentacles. All right. Yeah, okay. So, you know, what do you need to know about this energy with the Knight of Wands? I'm gonna go back to this, okay? Like the universe, I think what's coming to you is the universe trying to offer you support over here, okay? And it's trying to, you know, it came out reversed initially, so it's like you're not quite ready maybe for this energy. Why? Because you need to continue assessing, okay? But the universe is trying to grant you this wish, is trying to say, hey, you know, what do you want? We want to have your back, but we need you to figure out what it is you want and let go of the things that are not working for you, okay? So once again, embody this Knight of Wands energy. How getting in touch with your creative passions and doing so in a like, I'm getting like in a thoughtful, more methodical manner, right? So like don't quite charge full speed like the Knight of Wands would. Take it slow, but do embody the energy of the Knight of Wands that is decisive, that is assertive, that goes after what they want, all right? With the everything is fine, yeah, whatever is, you know, whatever was hurting you, like, you know, this, like what, you know, what you're leaving behind, you know, and you know, the things that we're not feeling good over here, like the mental anguish over here, right? So this is the Ten of Swords card, which is exactly that. It's the mental anguish, is the, dang, maybe you've been backstabbed over here, which might clarify the Seven of Swords energy over here, right? Like you've been backstabbed, you've been cheated, you've been manipulated yourself, right? But hey, everything, and I love that this came out instead of the Ten of Swords, because it's just this reminder of the power that you have to close this cycle, to release the things that are not working for you, right? Because this is still a card of closing cycles, right? So are you out of this, you know, energy? Not quite yet, okay? But you're gonna be, and everything is gonna be more than fine, all right? Everything is gonna be great, okay? The Nine of Pentacles is our mini Empress, though. What I'm getting here is this need for you to remind yourself that your hard work will pay off, okay? Because the Nine of Pentacles is, you know, it's like a mini Empress energy, right? So it's just somebody who has cultivated, who has created, who has taken something and multiplied it, right? The Nine of Pentacles took that seed, that Ace of Pentacles, and then turned it into nine, right? And this is the very individualistic energy in the sense of like, it's like you don't need to depend on others, right? And trust me, I'm a very community oriented person, so like I'm not like, you know, F everybody else, you know, kind of thing. So you know, for me to say this, I'm kind of like, you know what, like, yeah, you do need to remind yourself. I'm almost getting like maybe communities brought you down before, right? Like maybe it's not even just like one person, but like people around you in general have been kind of trying to keep you down. So that's why there's this need for you to focus on your own individual needs, okay? Sorry, so that's like a side message that I got here. But yeah, right? So remember that whatever it is that you work on, like you're gonna reap those benefits, okay? So I mean, I love this as a beautiful reminder, you know, and it's just like, and mentally you are gonna be feeling good. So one, I'm getting one already. Recognize what you have worked hard for, recognize what you've been doing, recognize the work that you've put into. All right. And honestly, I'm just going to say it. If it hasn't been enough, then how do you expect to have 9 pentacles, right? When you haven't even planted the first one. All right. But for those of you, it's like also I'm getting like a need for you to recognize that, you know, the hard work that you've done, right? Even if it means walking away, even if it's recognizing the things that aren't serving you, even if it's thinking about the hurt and recognizing the hurt, right? That is already planting seeds, okay? But I think the Nine of Pentacles here is just like a big reminder of how the universe wants to support you and is just telling you to put in the hard work, okay? So like put in the hard work into whatever it is that you're thinking, this creative project, this, you know, writing things down, manifest them, all right? Like I said, you know, you're processing your dreams, right? You know, more than prophetic dreams, it could just be also like I said, right? Like just the dreams that you have for your life here, right? And the universe is gonna give you like everything that you work hard for, right? Like that's what you need to know right now, that it's gonna come to you and that you will be feeling good about this, all right? I'm gonna pull out just a couple of cards from my decks, all right? Just to kind of see what energy comes up. These are like my own little ones, just to see if we get any additional messages. You can take them or leave them. Sorry, I meant to pull out 3 and then my little deck thing felt stuck here. Oh, wow, okay. And I'm going to do 3 more. All right. I'm sorry, I have like 3 little different decks here. Okay, tension, incoming, and delays. All right. Yep. Okay. So I'll start over here with the self-care, like from my self-care deck over here. You have purge, sip, and consider. All right. 16 and 14. Sorry, consider your inner child. So yes, all right. For some of you, these creative projects, these passion projects, all right, maybe it's things that you wanted to do as a kid, all right? I think I go back to that energy. I think I said it like at the very beginning of getting in touch with things that you want to do just for fun, all right? Like that you don't have to worry about like, how am I going to make money of this? Like, or how am I, and I know that that can be hard, right? Especially when we're caught up in the grind and it's like, I don't even have time to do this, you know, like, but it's like saying, right? Like that's what you're being asked to do, okay? Like that's what you need to hear right now, okay? So like think about the things that maybe you wanted to do as a kid, you know, for some of you might have been this writing or this playing music or going out and dancing or something, right? But like what's going to make your inner child feel good and feel like, hey, you know, you're doing things that spark your creativity, right? And then we have purge over here. So think about it, which is another, oh, that's funny, this is another, is this tower energy? I think this is another tower energy, right? So like I know that tower wanted to come up at the beginning, all right? But it's really, what do you need to get rid of? Okay, so this could be like from, I put like from trinkets to people, okay? Maybe you need to cleanse your house. Maybe you need to get rid of things that, you know, remind you of bad times. Maybe you need to get rid of things that you don't need anymore. And for some of you, it could be people that are not serving you, okay? And think about what it's going to make room for, you know, because when you get rid of the things that are not working for you, that's when you create space to welcome in, you know, these bigger, better things that are trying to find you, okay? With SIP, you know, it's just, you know, the messaging was here is like, you know, whatever makes you feel good, right? So yes, obviously, like, you know, take care of yourself in a self-care way, you know, make some hot tea, some hot cocoa, I don't know, whatever, something that's going to make you feel good, right? But also, I don't know, I'm really getting the, you know, with the water and kind of like take care of your emotional needs as well, all right? So, you know, consider your inner child and what do you need to get rid of as far as your emotional needs, all right? For some of you, you know, money matters, support and love, you know, just look at your money, okay? Take care of your money. Might be, maybe you need to check your bank account, see, I don't know, maybe do you have enough funds to start a new project? You know, maybe you need to kind of reel it in, all right? I don't know, but you know, those are the messages that are coming in with support and love. Maybe you need help, you know, help with assessing, you know, maybe you need to, actually, you know what I'm getting? Sorry, I'm getting like, maybe get like a budget planner. Maybe you need help with money matters, some of you, all right? I'm getting like, what's that? like budget mom or something, like watch, sorry, isn't that like, it's like a channel on YouTube, right? Okay, sorry, I'm not gonna tell you, right? But like, she's cool, right? Like, it helps you, you know, like, especially if you're living paycheck to paycheck and things like that, you know. But maybe you need support with that or things like that, okay? And then with love, it's funny because I don't think I really got into it, but yeah, you know, with the Venus and the King of Wands over here trying to come your way, I don't know if I got into it, yeah, but love might be trying to find some of you, okay? So I don't know, maybe this creative pursuit will open the door to love for some of you, all right? For some of you, like I said, it could just be about, you know, rekindling, like, not rekindling, but like, why did I get the word rekindle? I don't know, but like reassessing your relationship to love, right? Like not just in the romantic sense, but you know, love to yourself, love to your community, like that sort of thing, okay? You do have delays incoming in tension, okay? So you might have tension incoming, delays coming, all right? But, you know, I am getting this, you know, putting your energy into this, you know, making sure that you're taking care of yourself, making sure that you are, you know, like continue to work hard is what I'm getting, okay? It's like there might be delays in you getting your 9 of Pentacles, but it's coming, okay? You might get frustrated with this tension over here. You might not even know where to get started, right? So it might be a little bit stressful. You might have things getting in the way of you pursuing these passion projects over here. But, you know, this 9 of Pentacles, I'm getting like this, you know, 9 of Pentacles is incoming. And then over here, like, I don't know, just like really, really pay attention to your dreams, okay? Like those are the messages. That's what I have for what you need to hear right now, okay? Let me know if that made sense. I hope that made sense. If anything resonated, I would absolutely love to hear from you. You know, let me know. You can let me know in the form of a like or a comment. And I would really love to hear from you. All right. Thank you so much. And, you know, be patient, but you know, like you have great things coming over here. Okay. Like, you know, and a lot of hard work to do, but like, you got this, okay? Thank you. Hi, and welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Pile number 2, or those of you who chose the High Priestess from the Otherkin Tarot. All right. So I'm starting off with some oracle messages from Star Codes and from the Earthcraft Oracle here. Okay, so you do have Virgo and Digest, and the number 6 here in case that means anything. All right. And then you have Spirit of the North, okay? So I'm going to say, you know, with Virgo, you do have... I'm getting like this, and I'm really thinking of the 6th house here, but this need for you to assess your routines, assess your, like your daily habits kind of is what I'm getting, or your, like your day-to-day activities. There you go. Like, does that make sense? This could be how you're relating to work. This could be, you know, just kind of, I'm getting just kind of how you are getting by, all right? Like this needs to come up with a game plan. You have Digest here. For some of you, I don't know, I'm getting for some of you might be, okay, I'm just gonna like straight up say it, like, and I'm not, I don't mean this in like a shaming way, but like looking at your eating habits, or you might be actually kind of assessing your eating habits or your like your meals and things like that. All right, I don't know, like, sorry, because like I saw like the wheat here, and then the Digest just kind of really gave me this you know, that you're being more mindful about how you're nurturing yourself, okay? Or maybe you've been thinking about it, or you want to think about it, or like, you know, make some moves toward that as well, okay? So yeah, so that's that Virgo energy, right? Like this need to reassess, this need to come up with a game plan, all right? So, you know, whatever it is that you're thinking, you know, there's just this need to structure is what I'm getting, all right? Like structure, assess, like really, you know, come up with like, you know, this is what I'm going to do first. You know, like, it's not like everything's just going to come into fruition, right? It's not like harvests just come, right? You need to plant the seed, and then you need to water, you need to take care, you need to, I don't know, you need to till the soil, right? Sorry, I don't know why I'm going into that imagery. The point is, maybe some of you are gardeners. Maybe some of you need to get into gardening, or you need to get back into touching the earth. Some of you might have earth placements here that need to like get grounded in nature, like with trees, right? Because you have over here, she's touching a tree. So for some of you, you know, when was the last time that you went and touched a tree or talked to a tree or got in touch with nature as well? Okay, because I'm really getting this message here that is something that you kind of need to do right now. All right, you know, both of these hands here are touching a plant matter, is what I'm gonna say. Okay, so I don't know, maybe you want to explore gardening for some of you. I don't know. Okay. But yes, right, things, you know, things need to be done more methodically. Okay, like that's the message that I'm getting here. Okay, or you're thinking about how to create a game plan. All right, like that's kind of some energy here. And I do want to read the Spirit of the North card. All right. So you have the number 31 for this. Okay, 3 and 1 is 4, or 31. If that's, you know, that might be your age, or 31 was important to you, or you were born on the 31st. All right, or the number 4 I'm also getting. All right. But you have the Spirit of the North, is connected to the element of earth and initiates you to the energy of strength, stability, practicality, and resourcefulness. So yeah, that earth energy that you know, like earth. Which is funny because I'm going to talk about this high priestess in just a second. Okay. But stability, practicality, and resourcefulness. All right. So yes, being practical about the plans that you're creating for yourself. Okay. Being resourceful. Okay. When this archetype comes into your life, it is the call to bring your awareness back to everyday mundane tasks. Homie, that's that 6th house energy right here. All right. Every day. All right. Like, what are you doing in your day to day? Okay. Dreams need real world action to take shape in the physical world. Preparation and pragmatism are the tools that will serve you well at this time. All right. See, you need to digest, you need to prepare, you need to be pragmatic. You're on the right path, so don't give up. Okay. Pulling this card is also a reminder that greatness is not built overnight. Have patience as you work toward your goals and celebrate small wins as readily as big accomplishments. Okay. So, okay. I'm gonna say about that, right? Like, I mean, what I was saying, and then even when I was getting like that, you know, like the gardening energy, right? Like, how long does it not take to, you know, like plant something, right? It's like, if you have to, you know, plant the seedlings, make sure that you're, you know, sorry, I'm thinking of like how, you know, sometimes you start, oh my God, why am I blanking? Now I'm blanking. Right. Okay. I guess because the metaphor served its purpose, right? But, right. Like, you need to, step by step. Okay. Like, really, that's really what it is. Okay. But like, yeah, it doesn't happen overnight, right? Like, things take time. Okay. I'm also going to say that I know that the high priestess is water energy. But this particular, you know, priestess here, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's just like that she's holding the crab. No, it's not a crab. It's a lobster, right? I don't know. I don't know. I was going to say, so I'm getting like water and earth energy, which, okay, which makes, see, okay, it goes back to this, nurturing thing, because water and earth, that's how you get fertile soil, right? So it's like the water energy of the high priestess is just really standing out to me, particularly here. And then with this earth energy, so yeah, maybe some of you are just really trying to nurture something, get something going. For some of you, it could just be straight up children. All right, you might be thinking about actually, you know, like starting a family. I'm getting, right? But like, there's something that you're trying to grow. Okay. It could be a project, a new endeavor, right? Like, what are you, you know, nourishing and nurturing for yourself? All right. It's kind of what I'm getting. Like, you know, like you're trying to grow something is kind of what I'm getting. Okay. So, all right. If that made sense, I'm going to go ahead and get into the, Tarot of the Divine first, okay, to ask about your energy and then the energy that's coming toward you. All right. So, okay, sorry, that, because that was like a bunch of cards. So I'm gonna, interesting. All right, I'm getting some delays here because I don't know why. I feel like it took like, I just got hella, like a lot of messages. Sorry, like in the beginning, and then the cards are, I'm struggling a little bit here, so I don't know, like there might be some delays in what you're doing over here. Okay, so you have the 5 of Cups, you have the 10 of Cups, and you have the 2 of Cups. Holy cups. Okay, earth energy, water energy. What was I saying? Okay, come on. Sorry. So water, some of you might have like heavy earth and water energies in your charts. All right, so you might want to check that out and see, you know, what it means. I mean, this is pretty much everything. 2 is Cancer, 5 is Scorpio, and 10 is Pisces. So, and the High Priestess is also Pisces, but yeah, I don't know. Which is funny though, because I think, did I call that a crab? So Cancer energy also, but I mean, I know it's Pisces, but anyway, or water energy really. Okay, anyway, so yes, water energy. So yeah, you might have a lot of love to give. I'm getting, for some of you, I mean, there's definitely a big sense of, I mean, healing and brokenheartedness. I'm just gonna say, okay, a lot of emotional, like emotional upheaval, right? Like there's no way around it here, with the 5 of Cups, the 10 of Cups reversed, and the 2 of Cups, sorry, all being reversed. Okay, so you do have you know, but what I'm going to say about this is that it can ultimately be energy of healing. Okay, I love seeing the 5 of Cups reversed because it tells me that you're close to healing. Okay, are you quite out of this heartache? Not yet, right? Are you quite out of this feeling desolate, feeling despair, looking at the things that you missed out on? No, right? But with it being reversed, I'm getting that you're close, like you're leaving this energy, you're coming out of this energy. You're definitely being asked to, over here with the 10 of Cups and the 2 of Cups, to do some more assessments, all right, so that you can truly move forward. Okay, you know, it's almost like, sorry, because like I'm getting over here, you know, because with the 2 of Cups over here, you know, being left, right, and then the 2 of Cups being in your mental space, what the message that I'm getting is that, you know, there's this need for you to think about, sorry, this feels very like heartbroken in a romantic way kind of thing. Okay, I'm just gonna say this, okay, as I kind of get into these messages, all right, because that's the energy that I'm getting here. All right, but you do have this need to assess why past relationships haven't worked out. Okay, you have these failed 2 of Cups is what I'm getting. Okay, so some, maybe like you are coming from a recent breakup, or you're just thinking about your past failed relationships. Okay, or maybe your current relationship doesn't feel quite right. All right, so you're being asked to think about it. Okay, like what's not working about it, what isn't, you know, why doesn't it feel good, right? Like that's what's gonna help you, you know, kind of process this healing over here and truly release that, right? Allowing yourself to sit in this, getting that, you know, you're thinking about this energy. Like you might have, honestly, for some of you, you might even have like broken families. Okay, like, you know, you were maybe thinking about nourishing and nurturing and growing this family, but with this 10 of Cups reversed over here, maybe things just didn't pan out, right? Like the family happy, the family happy, goodness, the happy family just kind of didn't work out, right? Like, because you do see, you, right, like the partners and the baby and everything, right? But like everything is, you know, turned around. And it's funny because this like the figures over here, I forgot what myth this is, but the figures over here is kind of reminding me of the Judgment card here a little bit. All right, so for some of you, I'm getting that there's this reawakening. All right, so it could be like this reawakening calling for your attention, and I'm getting that it's a reawakening about your relationship to love, if that makes sense, or your ideas about love. Okay, some of you might be changing your mindset or changing your thoughts about how you love, how you've been in relationships, things that haven't worked out. Okay, but I'm getting like this change of mindset about what the 10 of Cups means for you. All right, because the 10 of Cups is like that, you know, it's emotional fulfillment, like being with others and things like that. But I'm getting that your failures have cost you to not reconsider, but like consider what really is gonna make you happy. Okay, and that's what the 5 of Cups reversed is asking you to do. Okay, so you do have also like the 8 of Swords. So, oh my gosh, that's so funny. Wow. And this is all swords. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. So, I'm just gonna say for some of you, you might be dealing with an air sign if this is like about a romantic relationship, or maybe you have like, um, I'm getting almost like a conflict with an air sign. So that would be like Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Okay, you have Gemini, Libra, and Gemini energy on the board over here. Board. This isn't a board. What did I say? Board. Are you bored? Sorry, am I boring you here? Sorry. Are you? Sorry. All right. I'm sorry. Why am I getting that? Using humor to deflect the feelings here. That's what I'm getting. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. All right, but yeah, so some of you might be dealing with some air signs, or you might have some air signs coming your way, okay? But overall, over here it's like you've been very in your thoughts, okay? The Eight of Swords is it's a hard energy, right? It's an energy of angst. She's over here, she's isolated, she's in the cave. There's a castle in the background, but she's choosing to be here, all right? And emphasis on choosing to be here, okay? Because she can jump over the swords, she can go past that, she can choose to free herself from these things that are, oh my God. Wow, okay. Sorry. Some of you have a Gemini coming your way. Can I just say that? Like, can I say that because it came to me? Or some of you are just straight up dealing with a Gemini, okay? I'm sorry. That's a message. I'm just going to say it. Not for all of you, some of you, okay? Or some of you have Gemini. Okay, anyway. I'm just going to throw that out there, okay? But yes, okay, the thing about the Eight of Swords is that yes, it's a harsh energy, but what I love about it, because you know me, I like to delve deep, and then that way, the deeper you dive, the higher you rise, okay? But you get to liberate yourself from this, okay? Like, you have the power, the healing is in your hands, okay? You can walk away not when you want. I mean, how do I say this? I don't want to be like careless and dismiss, for example, like mental health issues and things like that, right? But the Eight of Swords is hopeful in the sense that you have more power in your healing than you're realizing right now, okay? Dang. Okay, with the King and the King of Swords here. Okay, so I'm getting a couple of messages, all right? Whew, which one do I start with? I'm gonna start with yourself, and then I'm gonna get into the love messages, okay? Because this is juicy. Okay, but overall, all right, there's this, you're gonna be healing, okay? Like, this assessment is gonna happen. You're gonna be healing, and then you're gonna be like nourishing yourself. You're gonna be nourishing others. You're gonna be creating, okay? I'm getting like, for those of you that want a family, your family is happening, okay? There's just a lot of like fertile energy here. It's kind of what all that I'm getting, okay? But also you have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, okay? So that is counterparts, okay? But for yourself, all right, like, there's this need for you, especially my air signs, okay? Like, if you're an air sign here, and I know it was like the ladder energy, but it's almost like, okay, what I'm really getting is that you are going to be working on your mental health. You are going to be working on the way that you think about the world. You're going to get in your thoughts. You're going to allow yourself to delve into these feelings, okay? And then you're being asked to embody the Queen and the King of Swords, okay? And it's cool because like the Queen of Swords has some of that, water energy in the sword suit. And this is in your heart space, okay? So there's this reminder for you to be, logical about the things that have hurt you. Think practically. You're still communicating, right? Like, clearly and intellectually, and, being in your power, but you're still putting a little bit of love in that, right? You're not completely leaving all of this, emotion behind, right? It's about, the message that I'm getting is about like learning how to, how do I say this? Like, just because you were hurt, that's no reason to go around and hurting others, right? Like, you can be more smart about how you navigate the world while still being caring, okay? Like, that's what I'm getting, all right? Be careful that you're not allowing this sorry, like that you're not allowing the hurt to turn you into someone callous, to turn you into someone hard, to turn you into someone that doesn't care about other people, right? Like the message that I'm getting is like, whoever's coming to find you, remember that it's not their fault, okay? Like it's not their, sorry, because I'm getting some air energy trying to find you here, okay? So whoever's trying to find you, like, it's not their fault that, you know, whoever hurt you before, right? So don't take that out on them, okay? Like, that's a message here. All right, do you have to be more careful? Absolutely, right? But you're still being asked to charge forward. You're still being asked to, you know, like, move on. I think you're being, you know, with the King of Swords, I'm getting like this separation from these last things, okay? Like I said, some of you might straight up just be going through a straight up divorce, right? Like this 2 10 5 of cups reversed over here might just be like a real, I'm getting like a serious separation, right? Like something that happened, you know, like you've been together for years, you have children together maybe, you know, but like a serious relationship that ended, you know, that you're moving from, okay? And for those of you, I mean, for those of you that that's not true, like it's still, you know, this assessment of relationships that haven't worked out and releasing those, right? Separating yourself from those relationships so that you can welcome in this newness that's trying to come for you, because ultimately what's trying to come your way is like your counterpart or somebody that's gonna meet you, right? Emotionally and mentally right here, all right? Like, yeah, okay. All right, so I'm gonna get into the tarot that you chose because this is kind of getting long. Ooh, sorry. I hope pile number 1 doesn't hate me. All right, but I don't know why I said that. But anyway, okay, let's see what messages you have from the Otherkin tarot. All right, so you have 10 of Pentacles. Oh, I love that. The Empress. The 9 of Cups. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Oh my gosh. Okay, beautiful. All right, excellent. I love this. Okay, so you have the 10 of Pentacles. Is that the 10 of Pentacles? No, that's the 10 of Cups. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, okay. See, you know, yeah, you see, right? Like you see the figure. For some of you, I'm getting like you might be like a single parent with kids and things like that. Sorry, I keep getting that, all right? um but you know, in your material realm, okay, there is this need for you to think about, you know, what do you want your 10 of Pentacles to look like? Okay, so like what is it that you're trying to nourish over here? What is it that you're trying to grow? You know, if you're thinking about like raising your kids, or if you're thinking about you know, future kids, or like not even kids but like projects, right? Or something, right? It doesn't have to be like children. It could just be, you know, like, how do I say this? Like, oh, I want, you know, my art is my project, my music is my baby, right? Like is what I'm getting also, right? So just like, but really thinking about the legacies that you want to leave behind. What do you want to leave for those ahead of you, and using that to help you with this energy of healing over here, okay? Like that's really what it is. It's like using that to motivate you to leave behind that the things that don't work you, okay? Like as you are doing this, yes, like you are this Empress, you are this nurturing energy. I'm getting like you're just ready. Like, I'm sorry, like I'm just gonna say this, right? Like it's like you're just ready to like nurture others, to like have this, right, like this fertile land, like this, like you want to grow something strongly, okay? But what I'm gonna, and because the Empress, and it's like, and you are this, right? Like you're being asked to embody this, and the Empress takes something and grows it, right? Like is patient, holds it and multiplies it, right? Like that's what an Empress does here. And I'm gonna just bring this up because the 9 of Cups is over here. The Empress also knows how to take care of herself, right? The Empress knows how to receive. The Empress knows how to take a step back, all right? Thinking about those things that aren't working out and saying, hey, you know, this is what I need. You know, the 9 of Cups also says, this is what I need, right? And it's about, okay, so, you know, like with the Empress, right, is like, I mean, yeah, like, and it's fair game for you to say that, right? Like if somebody over here with this 10 of Cups reverse and 2 of Cups reverse just wasn't giving you enough, or isn't giving you enough, like it's fair for you to say, hey, you know, like this is something that I'm looking for, you know, like that's totally fair. And the 9 of Cups, but it's also about like self, right? It's like that individualistic nature of 9 of like, you also being your own emotional fulfillment. Okay, so like balancing this energy of healing with knowing that you do not depend on anybody else, right? Because the Nine of Cups is an energy of yourself, of like emotional fulfillment that you give yourself. And what's the best way to get this Ten of Cups or this Two of Cups or this Ten of Pentacles over here, right? By knowing your worth, by taking care of yourself. Because when you can take care of yourself, that's when you can welcome in all of this other energy over here, okay? So, make sure that you're taking care of yourself is all I'm gonna say about that, okay? With the Five of Pentacles, I'm gonna say this again. I love the fives reversed over here. For some of you, you might have had some, especially if you are going through like the separation or divorce or something like that. Like you might have had some material losses here with the pentacles being in the material realm. Or you might be going through some temporary losses. But with the five being reversed, I'm getting that you're healing from that, okay? So you're going to be coming up, right? Like if you were down and out or whatever, it's more healing energy. I'm getting your financial resources being healed, your ability to take care of business, coming up, all right? I'm also getting the message of looking at your resources, okay? Make sure that you're checking your bank account. Make sure that you are, like, how do I say this? Okay, I'm just gonna say this because somebody might need to hear it, right? Like, it's a streaming service taking money that you're not even using, right? Is your bank like taking money for whatever, right? Like, I don't know, like, just I'm getting like assessing those little things that can, deplete your budget, right? Deplete your resources, right? And realizing what resources are out there, right? Like, I don't know, I'm gonna say this because I don't know why I feel the need to say this, right? But when you think about like how much food goes to waste, right? Because our food industry is just messed up, is like, I'm just gonna say it, right? Like there's no shame, right? And like going to a food bank, find your food bank, right? Like think about how much of that food would just kind of end up in the trash anyway, right? Like, or whatever, right? So I'm getting like that, like figure out your resources sort of thing, okay? Like, I don't know, that's just a message for somebody here, okay? Working hard work, okay, with the Eight of Pentacles over here. All right. I am getting, yeah, like, how do I say this? I think the Eight of Pentacles is here to remind you that these things don't just come easy, right? That anything worth having, you have to put effort into, okay? The Eight of Pentacles shows discipline. The Eight of Pentacles shows hard work, right? But you're starting to materialize this. You got Pentacles in your heart space. So what that's telling me is that all the hard work that you're putting in emotionally, right? Like all of this pain that you're being diligent about healing, that you're trying to take care of, that you're trying to nurture, it's going to start to materialize. It's going to show up in your physical realm, all right, as you take care of it over here, all right? And with the Nine of Wands, yeah, okay, what else can I say? Did I get this? Yeah, I think I got this message over here earlier as well, all right? You have the wounded warrior, right? There's wounds here. There's pain in the past, okay? But also remember that, the Nine of Wands is brave. The Nine of Wands keeps going. The Nine of Wands, is charging forward, and I think, is this the only Wands card? I think this is the only Wands card. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, this is the only Wands card. Sorry. So that's that's like your passion, your creativity and things like that, okay? So there might be an extra need. You might be missing some of that, or you might have a lot of that. I don't know. But there is this I don't know, maybe like a need to pay attention to your passions, okay? Like things that make you feel good, all right? But sorry, with the Nine of Wands though, all this healing might lead to you, setting boundaries, okay? Like that's really what it is, right? Like the wounded warrior learned from its experience and it learned to set up boundaries and things like that. And what I'm getting is like balancing that, okay? Balancing the energy of the Nine of Wands in the sense that you don't want to set boundaries so high that you are, pushing away people that might be trying to offer you something, fruitful, but also you want to make sure, use those wounds to remind you, like as you charge forward, right, that you still need to take care of yourself, okay? Like you first with this Nine of Cups, okay? Like especially, and even if you're taking care of others, right, obviously, right, like, I mean, you're probably thinking about others and things like that, but like, you know, like especially if it's children and things like that, right? But like the best way to take care of others is by you taking care of yourself, right? Like sorry, that's just like the message that I got over here with this, you know, the 2 9s over here. So 9 and 9. Oh yeah, you got like, interesting. You got a lot of, you got 10 10. Okay, so 10 10 might be something that you want to look into. 5 5 energy as well. So big changes. And 2 9s, 9 9 over here. Okay, so yeah, all right. And 2 8, 8 8. That's interesting. Yeah, so you got like 88, 55, 10 10. Yeah, okay, 9 9. All right, I don't know, because that means anything to anyone. All right, but yeah, all right, there is just, you know, a bigger message than anything. Really, I'm getting like just kind of taking care of yourself. All right, I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna pull from this deck. I'm gonna pull from the self-care deck to see if we get any more messages. I don't feel the need. I feel like you got a lot. Well, I don't know, you tell me. But I mean, I think like the big ideas over here were, you know, just working with this healing, and that, you know, I don't know. I feel like you have good things coming your way. Like you are going to be in a very fruitful and productive and creative, like fertile energy. Okay. Like, I don't know, for some of you, like it's straight up, you're creating something. Okay. Whether it's like a baby child or a baby project or a baby, I don't know, something else, you know? Okay. So, all right. What do we have? Touch something soft. Okay, I'm also getting get in touch with your soft side, which like I feel like you've been in touch with your soft side, so never mind, I don't know. All right, sorry, that was just like the message that I got. Another 8, I'm gonna say, in case 8 is significant over here. But yeah, like a pet, a blankie, all right, like that could just be, you know, like a form of self-care. Okay, maybe you need touch. All right, maybe you're missing touch or something like that. And oh yeah, you know what, yeah, I'm gonna go back to this over here. Some of you need to go and touch like a plant or a tree or like a flower or something like that. Okay, just because like the hands over here are touching, like I said, plant matter. And then you have her over here, she's like touching the crab. So like I'm also getting, go touch some nature. Okay. Also, I'm gonna say, right, this is judgment energy. The 20 is judgment energy, and like I was saying over here, this card really reminds me of judgment. So yeah, there is something that you're being asked to wake up to, you know, and be proud, you know, be proud of what you've done. Be proud of what you've learned, you know, like all this pain over here. It's like, hey, you survived that, right? Like it's kind of going into this, I'm getting, right, like, don't get caught in like victim mentality, you know, and obviously you need to feel your feels and process and all that stuff, right? I'm not saying that, right? But it's like, then take a moment to recognize, hey, look at everything that I've survived. Look at everything that I've done. Hey, I learned this, and I'm getting an emphasis on what you learned, all right? Like, what did you learn from this, and how is that going to help you, you know, move forward in a smarter way over here, right? Maybe you've been all about the emotion over here, and now you're kind of being asked to, you know, be more logical about your feelings with this king and queen and king of swords over here. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna pull some love messages for you, because I don't think I got too much into this over here. But you also do have eat red. Okay. Some of you, it's just because you need to eat red. But for others of you, it's about getting in touch with your root chakra, all right? So for some of you, yeah, so for some of you, there is this need, right? Like this emotional, like roots, family roots and things like that, okay? And it could just be about getting in touch with, your roots for the sake of what it is that you want to create, or your roots for the sake of the you know, like the project that you want to create, or the family that you want to create, right? Like whatever it is, right? Like to kind of, you know, get grounded again. Back to this grounding energy I'm getting, right? Like go and touch a tree, okay? So for those love, I'm gonna ask for love messages for the Queen and King of Swords over here. All right, secrets. All right, so some secrets might be revealed. Some of you have a fling coming up, okay? Let's see what else pops up. Self-love. All right, love yourself first, okay? I'm getting that, you know, when you're in this 9 of Cups energy, when you're like good about your boundaries and communicating strongly, when you're like your strongest self, that's when this partnership energy is gonna be coming in, okay? Like that's the message that I'm getting. And desire, yeah. Let's see, anything else? Listen, okay, yeah, so I don't know, yeah. So I don't know, keep an ear out, all right? You might have some flings before you commit to anything else, all right? Some secrets might be revealed, somebody that likes you or somebody that, you know, like you might have a secret fling. Sorry, I just saw it like this way. All right. So hey, you know, have fun. Or, you know, be careful. I feel the need to say that, okay? Be careful. But you know, there's like this saying about like it's a like, oh my god, I can't even think of it. Damn it. Why am I so bad at idiomatic expressions? The point is that, like, if you do backish stuff, you know, at least take good care of yourself with it, okay? All right, cool. All right, pile number 2. Thank you so much for being here, all right? And good luck with all of this, you know, creative, like literally creating and, you know, fruitful energy here, all right? Thank you. Hi, pile number 3, and those of you who chose the High Priestess from the what's it called, the Santa Muerte Tarot. All right, sorry about that. All right, so you do have the South Node. I'm starting off with some oracles here. The South Node, you have the past 33. For some of you, yeah, okay. For some of you, if you're watching this during the retrograde might be hitting you hard. You might have, you know, the past coming back to haunt you. You might be being asked to like reassess different things from your past, okay? I'm getting, you know, breaking patterns, right? It's like that's kind of the energy that I'm getting. 33 might also be important to some of you, okay? I'm getting 22. I know that the High Priestess is number 2, but just like the 2 2s here, like 22 is coming out to me. And also, I don't know, because I know it's 2s, right? But it's like 11 11, but I'm just getting like 2 2, 11 11, and 33 over here, okay? And yeah, just kind of like as numbers that might be significant, okay? But yeah, I'm getting like some of you might be having difficulty letting go of things from the past, okay? Breaking patterns, all right? And I think, I mean, you know, like that is hard, right? But it does feel like, you know, this is a chance for you to, how do I say this? Like change things up, okay? So, you know, there might be some challenges here. There might be some difficulties moving on, but it's like you get to, sorry, I feel really stuck. It's like my throat chakra kind of closed up a little bit. And it's funny, I mean, I just drank water and kind of reset. Sorry. So I'm getting like a very like, okay, sorry, I'm just gonna tell you about the energy that I'm getting, and if it makes sense, then you know that you're at the right reading here, okay? I'm getting like a very like scorpionic energy. I'm getting, it's funny, like I'm almost getting like 8th house, like secretive, sort of mystic. I mean, it could be the 12th house of the High Priestess, you know, but what I'm getting also like a very closed off energy, right? Like maybe you don't really disclose your feelings a lot, or maybe you have a hard time accessing your feelings, that sort of thing, or maybe you don't really talk about stuff that much, okay? Like, or you don't like to talk about yourself, or maybe like I'm getting like for some of you, like even this feels a little bit out of sorts, you know? Does that make sense? Like, I don't know if that makes sense, okay? Sorry, it was just like a really interesting energy here, okay? But yes, you know, like, you know, you are in a period of reassessment. You know, you are in a period of being asked to change things up, okay? Getting in touch with what it is that you need to change up, like getting in touch with, you know, you're moving away from your South Node, okay? From some of you, I don't know, okay, I'm just gonna say with the Scorpio energy that I was getting, and then South Node, like maybe your South Node is in Scorpio, I don't know. But you might want to, all right, like you might want to look at where your south node is in your chart, all right, like in what house it is or what sign it is and things like that. If you haven't done that, I'm gonna say, just check it out, and then if it makes sense, it makes sense, and if it doesn't, it doesn't, all right. But that's the message that I'm getting here, all right, because there's this need to kind of balance that energy of starting to work toward your future, but you kind of getting pulled back into something, okay. And then I'm gonna read birch, sorry, I meant to read this. And then I keep getting like distracted. Interesting. You might be a little bit distracted, a little bit all over the place too. I don't know, maybe that's some of that energy that I'm getting here of like that. It's almost like an uncertainty, secretiveness, like I don't know. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me keep going. Okay, I don't want to bore you with that, but let's keep going. Birch trees are old sacred woods that are believed to heal emotional wounds, ward off negative influences, and banish fears. They're also associated with new beginnings, making them the perfect energy to channel for healing old wounds and welcoming new connections. I love this, right? Because, yeah, see, I should have just gotten into this. So, yeah, oh my gosh, that's the energy resistance. Okay, that's what it was. It's like, the answers were here in the birch paragraph about the south node, but I kept kind of putting it off. So it's like, it's that resistance of you kind of wanting to go back and things like that when there's like new paths trying to come your way, right? Like new energy trying to find you, right? Healing old wounds, healing the wounds from the past, all right? Birch may come to a reading when you are feeling vulnerable, afraid, and unsupported, okay? So maybe that's that past. I'm getting like past trauma trying to haunt you. Oh goodness, did you see that? Sorry, like the lighting just kind of went a little weird. Sorry. But yeah, right? So you might be feeling the need to hide away from the world to lick your wounds. If you have experienced trauma or hardships lately, know that extra support is being provided for you, that you are protected while you take this time to heal, okay? So don't be scared, all right? Like you are protected, all right? The worst has passed, and soon you will be able to pick up any broken pieces and put yourself together again, stronger and more beautiful, all right? So, okay, and I'm gonna read the whole thing. I wasn't gonna read the whole thing, but I feel like the need to read the whole thing for you, okay? Additionally, birch comes to you as a gentle reminder to build better boundaries but not closing your heart. Traumatic events can harden the spirit, leaving you jaded and spiteful. Do not let circumstances prevent you from connecting to others, from taking calculated risks. You may have some deep wounds and brutal bruises, but those will heal in time and you will be stronger for it. Give yourself space to process, heal, and let go, knowing that it will be safe to open your heart again, okay? I am gonna say, sorry, it's funny, I wasn't like gonna read the whole thing, and then I read the whole thing, and that some of you might want to look at pile 2, right? I'm not telling you how to live your life, but there might be some messages for you in pile 2 as well. So if you were kind of called to that or debating that, you might want to check that out, okay? But yes, all right, I love this, okay? It's like this healing of past stuff, and really just moving on toward your future, just healing, new energy coming to find you, all right? Like good things, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the tarot. That made sense, all right? Sorry that took a little longer than I wanted, but all right, let's do this. I'm gonna start with the Tarot of the Divine to ask about energy for yourself, and then what's coming, what you need to know about what the energy that's coming your way, okay? All right, let me do one last little shuffle here. Okay, interesting. All right, okay, I hope that's okay. All right, Queen of Coins, Two of Cups, and Seven of Swords. All right, let's see, what's this all about? Okay, Six of Coins, the Fool, and Ace of Swords reversed. Okay. All right. So for yourself, all right, I'm going to say we have we have Capricorn, Cancer, and Gemini energy over here. All right. So in case those mean anything to anybody, maybe your South Node is in one of those, or like that's your sun sign or your something. I don't know. But yeah, Capricorn, Cancer, and Gemini energy. All right. So you know, I love that in your material realm, okay? Like you are like this, I mean, this looks pretty beautiful, honestly, right? So I'm gonna say be careful about anything that's trying to like put you down, and embrace this new energy trying to find you, because like you have this, how do I say this? Like, okay, with the Queen of Coins, how about let's say this by reading the cards? See, what is this? This energy. All right, you know, but with the Queen of Coins, okay, that is I mean, sorry, I love the Queen of Coins, right? The Queen of Coins takes care of business. It's an energy of knowing how to take care of yourself. It's an energy of you can take care of yourself, you can take care of others, you can like, right? You can be practical, you can be, you know, the queens still carry water energy, right? Very fertile, very creative, very, you know, charging forward. I don't know how to say this. Sorry. So sorry. I think this might even be the first time. This is interesting. This might be the first time that I even noticed the snake, and it just really, really caught my eye. And I'm not getting negative imagery here. What I'm getting is like positive of like you not letting other people bring you down anymore. It's almost like a rebirth. It's like I'm getting like you shed your old skin, all right, and you're more sure of yourself than you've been, okay? Or like that is the energy that you are going to embrace when you release this past, all right? So once you let go of those things that aren't working, once you let go of that old skin, that old self, that old version of yourself, and welcome this new energy, like that's when you're gonna be in your power, right? It's like not allowing yourself to be brought down by others, like you feeling strong, you feeling this Queen of Coins, right? Like you can take care of everything, like you can take care of yourself and then some, all right? For some of you, I mean, I, I'm just gonna read the love. I mean, it's the Two of Cups, right? Like, what can we do other than notice the love messages here? All right. So for some of you, yeah, there's that. Maybe you've been focused on love. Maybe you've been thinking a lot about relationships. It's in the heart space. You might have a relationship that is currently on your mind. All right, something that you're trying to. I'm getting, you know, like strengthened, that I mean, it's very much on your mind, right? Like, I mean, I'm gonna say, you know, because it didn't come out reversed or anything, so I'm not necessarily getting that it's something that you need to release, all right? Like, it might be something that you're just kind of working on getting stronger, or it's gonna be an energy that's coming your way, or you preparing yourself to truly be in union, to be in partnership, right? I am getting this, just like your willingness to kind of be in a union, to be in a partnership. For those of you that it's not about love, maybe you're trying to start a new venture as, you know, as the person, as the Queen of Coins, who's, you know, like taking care of business, and maybe you're trying to start a new business venture. Maybe you're trying to start a new partnership that's not about love, but that it's about, you know, creating something else, right? Like creating a project, creating a business, creating I don't know, right? Like you tell me, right? But you know, like what you are releasing, I actually like that the Seven of Swords came out reversed, and I'm getting that that's your past, okay? Like you are releasing this energy of the Seven of Swords. All right, that is, you know, the lying, cheating, stealing card, as everybody calls it, right? It can be the like manipulations, it could be bad habits, it could be addictions, it could be, you know, I'm very heavy getting like I need to do what I need to do to survive energy, right? Especially I think over here with the Queen of Coins and the Two of Cups, and just like this energy of I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm sorry. Dang, why do I feel like this stuckness? But it's like maybe you've had to be manipulative in the past, right? Like maybe you've had to be a little bit more tactful because it's what you needed to do to become this queen of coins, right? But I'm getting that, you know, maybe some of what you're releasing over here and leaving in the past, it's, you know, this realization that is like, okay, I can be tactful without being harmful, right? Like that's what I'm getting, that, you know, or that's what you need to know right now, right? That like you can be tactful without being harmful, but I'm getting that you're already, you know, like on this, okay? Like that's what you're leaving behind. You're assessing any bad habits. You're assessing things that maybe you haven't done well. It's like I'm getting like you're leaving this old, like you're leaving behind the sneaky version of yourself, right? And shedding that old skin in order to just become more empowered, right? I don't know, you know, take it or leave it. I know that sounds a little like some of us are very like, what? I would never hurt a fly or something, but it's like, hey, you know, we all have our past, right? It doesn't make you a bad person, but it's like this recognition of like, maybe I did some bad things and I want to move on from that and I don't want to be that person anymore. Okay, like that's the energy here. All right. You know, what's coming your way, you know, with the Six of Coins, this is great. You have the Six of Coins, you have the Fool, and you have the Ace of Swords, all right? So I'm gonna get like balance, okay? As you're working on your coin, as you're working on yourself, you know, with the Six and balance, I'm getting like you putting, for some of you, I'm getting like you putting into your community, like you giving back is actually an energy that I'm getting. Or maybe, you know, you're being asked to give back for some of you. And obviously, I'm not saying give out of your resources, right? Like, you know your resources and you know how much you have to give. But there is this need for you to like that's what I'm getting, right? That it's almost like being grateful for what you've received and accumulated and gotten, and putting some stuff back. Like, not putting some stuff back, but like, how do I get this, right? Because this can be like an energy of giving and receiving, and I'm just getting that you're gonna be in giving mode. It's almost like as you rise to the top, as you get things going, as things start coming your way, right? Like this energy of, you know, I'm almost getting like, you know, be careful not to be too greedy, or be careful not to take more than, you know, your fair share sort of thing, especially, you know, like with the Seven of Swords over here, right? And what you're releasing, it just kind of emphasizes this balance, all right? And obviously, like, you know when it's a time to give and when it's a time to receive, but right now I'm getting that it's a time to give for you, okay? Like, and okay, I'm just gonna throw this out there. That was the message that I was getting. But for some of you, you might actually have somebody giving you more, all right? So it's for you to assess, you know, how much you need and things like that. But you might have somebody offering you a gift. You might have somebody offering you like a material gift here, all right? Like something real, something tangible. Maybe something to get started in that project. Maybe it's that business venture over here. You're going to get some funding, all right? Or something like that, okay? But some of you might actually have like some financial gifts or money gifts coming your way, okay? But like I said, you know, balance that energy with, you know, what you have with what you have to give, okay? Remember that, you know, it doesn't always have to be like dollar for dollar. It could be, you know, my time for money, like my, you know what I mean? But balance is really the word that I'm getting here, okay? Other than that, you have a new beginning, all right? So this Two of Cups could be just like you being ready to put yourself out there, and the universe saying, hey, yup, you're gonna have this new beginning, right? It could be a new beginning in love. It could just be a new emotional beginning, a new beginning in your assessment of your heart. For those of you that are not looking for love, right? For some of you that are in a partnership, it could be like a rekindling or starting something fresh with your person, all right? But overall, right, it's like as you are letting go of the past over here, the universe is trying to give you new opportunities, okay? With the Ace of Swords being reversed, there is this I'm getting lack of mental clarity, and maybe that's some of that energy over here that I was feeling, right? It's like you need to get clear in your thoughts. I'm getting that, I mean, you might have some shaky communication, so make sure that you assess the way that you're communicating to others, all right? Back to the Seven of Swords, you know, are you being strategic or are you being manipulative, right? Like that sort of thing, okay? But make sure that you are you know, working on your communication, communicating clearly. Also, a message that I'm getting with this Ace of Swords is that it's a time to learn, okay? So maybe it's a time for you to receive information more than speak. All right. So be careful about what you're sharing. Maybe, you know, like if somebody's over here, maybe let's go back to this business venture thing, right? Maybe let's say it's a business venture, right? And somebody's, you know, like, you know, coming at you with this offer. It's a time for you to listen to their offer, you know, before you freely share, okay? Or like learn about what, you know, they're trying to give you, or learn about, I don't know, some of you, I don't know, I got investments, okay? Some of you need to learn about investments, period, outside of this. But yeah, right? Like, I mean, if it's about love, right? Learning about your person before you commit to this new beginning, okay? Like that sort of thing over here, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the tarot that you chose, which is the Santa Muerte tarot. Goodness, why did I keep forgetting? All right, so you have the Eight of Swords with this Queen of Pentacles. You have the Four of Wands reversed. Interesting. Seven of Pentacles with the Seven of Swords. So 2-7 energies right there. You have the Emperor with the Six of Coins. You have the Ace of Wands with the Fool. And you have the Ten of Pentacles with your Ace of Swords, okay? So I'm going to start over here with the U energy, all right? So, yes, okay? With the Eight of Swords, what I'm going to say about that is that's energy of interesting. That's energy of like, we do it to ourselves, right? But like ultimately, you know, I'm just gonna say, make sure that you're not getting in your own way, okay? Like as you're trying to create, as you're like changing, as you're like becoming this version of yourself, you know. But I am gonna say that, you know, here you do have a bunch of hands, you know, directly, you know, charging at the face here. Sorry. So it could be this past energy, right? It could be other people. It could be, you know, like, you know, I mean, I don't know, like past family, past friends, past workmates or whatever, right? That are trying to kind of keep you down over here, right? But the thing about the Eight of Swords, and I feel like everybody got the Eight of Swords in this pile. Interesting. I mean, in this reading, I mean, in different places and stuff, but the thing about the Eight of Swords is that ultimately, like, you have the power, okay? Sorry. I don't know why I felt that. Anyway, yeah, like, you have the power to really, you know, to turn away, to walk away, okay? Like, you have more power against these people than you realize, okay? Like, that's what you need to know right now, because that's what the Eight of Swords ultimately is, right? It's the ability for you to release yourself, right? It might take a little bit of work, but it can be done, all right? You know, with this Four of Wands, with the Two of Cups, I'm getting, you know, some of for you, this Two of Cups, it might have come from, like for some of you, like you might have had a false start over here with the Four of Wands, because the Four of Wands can be, you know, a card of celebration, community, and also of marriage, all right? But we do have, you know, a single figure over here, okay? So the message that I'm getting is that actually, I mean, yeah, like some of you, I mean, you know, like I'm getting like this need to assess maybe like things that haven't worked out, obviously, right? Things like that. And, you know, but like this focus on yourself, okay? Because right in this card, in this Four of Wands, the figure is by themselves, right? Like it's not like a union community celebration thing, right? It's like an independent thing. And I'm almost getting like, you know, for this Two of Cups to manifest, for this Four of Wands, which like I said, it could be a card of like a spiritual union or something like that, which is trying to come your way over here with the Ace of Wands, right? But there's just this need for you to prioritize your needs and really take care of your own emotional needs, right? Like, what do you need? What do you want? Okay. With, you know, the Seven of Pentacles, 7 on 7 is, you know, more cards of frustration, but ultimately like releasing, right? It's like you are, you know, the Seven of Pentacles can be frustrated at hard work not paying off or not seeing results fast enough, okay? And what I'm getting is that you have to let that go, okay? Things might not happen as fast as you want them to, but they are coming, all right? And it's like this learning to release that, right? Learning to release, maybe like back to this past South Node energy, right? Like, what do you need to let go of, right? I'm getting let go of the frustration when things don't go your way right away. Okay, that's the message that I got. All right. Because yeah, right, like this is just very frustrated, very I need this now sort of thing, right? And it goes back to this kind of Seven of Swords, you know, manipulative, maybe like just maybe you're like really getting used to like getting what you wanted and getting things done, whatever. And it's like, you don't make sure, like I said, you know, you don't want to do it in a way that's harmful to others. All right, know that things are gonna come for you like when you're ready. All right, because there's still some healing over here, right? There's still some past issues that need to be resolved. All right, so there's this need to kind of think about that, but I am getting this, you know, releasing of that, which is wonderful. All right, with the reversals over here. All right, so over here I am gonna start, because I think I already touched on this, with the heart space. Okay, you have the Ace of Wands. All right, so this is like a new, passionate, creative beginning. Okay, like something that's gonna make you feel good, something that's gonna just like light you up. All right, and then you have the Fool, right, which is another starter energy. Okay, next to the Two of Cups, next to the Four of Wands, some of you might just be finding your person. All right, as soon as you're learning to move on, like you might have this new opportunity to, right, to get into this Two of Cups, to get into this Four of Wands, and start it with a bang, right? I don't know, for some of you might start with a bang, be careful. Anyway, but right, and actually, yeah, I'm gonna, you know what, I'm gonna stick to that, because the Ace of Wands can also be a very sexually charged card. Okay, but yes, right. So for those of you that it's not about, so if it's about love, right, like this is trying to find you, and it's over here, you know, with the Ten of Pentacles. All right, kind of supporting that idea. But for those of you that it's not about love, okay, it could just be, you know, this project, this business, this other thing back here that you're trying to get started or something, right? Like, or something's trying to find you, right? Like something that's going to make you feel passionate is coming your way. All right, but you need to be willing to kind of take these chances. You need to be willing to try things in a different way, right? Like get out of the South Node energy and work toward your North Node energy, toward your future goals, right? Like what do you want to switch up so that you can welcome in this new passionate beginning over here? All right, and so, you know, which kind of brings me over here to the Ten of Pentacles. All right, that is the energy of that, right? Like of you thinking about your future, you're thinking about the legacies that you want to create, you're thinking about what does that look like? What does it look like for me to work toward my North Node? What does it look like for me to work toward what I want to have in a year, in 2 years, in 10 years, right? It doesn't have to be everything at once. And we all know, well, I don't know, I know, right? Like things are always changing. Nothing's ever set in stone and things like that. But like as of now, right? What does that look like for you? What do you want to create for yourself? There's this need for you to, I'm getting like assess that, because it's trying to find you here. Okay, the Ten of Pentacles is trying to come your way, but you need to be sure about that and gain this mental clarity over here, because if you're not clear about what you want, the Ten of Pentacles, your future, your legacies, that's not going to find you either way. All right, now for those of you over here, you know, with the Six of Coins, what I was saying earlier about that might be getting a gift, all right, or something. It could be coming from an Emperor energy, all right? So this could be an Aries, because that's Aries energy. Sorry, or just somebody who's really passionate, somebody who's very, right, because that's fire energy. All right, charges forward, comes toward you. Like I said, you know, this need for you to get clear about what you want and make sure that you're kind of listening to what they're really about as they're, you know, making you offers and things like that. But yeah, like this gift giving energy, I don't know, you might be interacting with somebody who is just in this energy, right? Like this charging forward, kind of passionate, kind of, you know, could maybe like charming, I don't know, like, right? But like, I don't know, somebody who's gonna try to take you on this Ace of Wands, you know, roller coaster over here. All right, but you know, for those of you that it's not about love, right? I mean, it could just be, right, like this person trying to get you on this business venture, this person that's trying to get you started on this project, somebody that's gonna help you charge forward, as well as I'm getting you being in this energy of getting things started. Okay, so it's like you need to start working toward this future energy over here that you want. All right, so like you need to get moving from this South Node energy. here, right? And start balancing that. Like I said, you don't have to like fully, like, okay, what I'm going to say about astrological charts, all right? If you're not into that and whatever, take a peek, all right? Yeah, I don't know. Some of you might be getting calls, all right? But take a peek, okay? And just see what's up, all right? Because you might be getting some messages. Sorry, what was I gonna say? Sorry, the phone really distracted me. Oh, take a peek at your, yeah, you might be getting some messages. There you go. That's what it is, right? Like, you might get some messages in that, okay? Like, and if it doesn't resonate for you and it just doesn't make sense, then that's fine, all right? But interesting. Wow. Sorry, that's way too many. I'm gonna take the top one, okay? But yeah, so take a peek. Just see if it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, okay. But maybe it'll like teach you something about yourself, okay? Maybe it'll help you kind of be a little bit more clear. I don't know, with this mental clarity, right? And understanding of your needs, all right? So, okay. We have money matters. Okay, yeah, see, money. I don't know, like either money's coming your way, okay, or you need to like look at your money, look at your, I don't know, look at maybe where you can save money, but you might just have money coming your way, okay? It's because that was the message that we were getting over here. Crush, yeah. Somebody might be, it might just be like, you might be feeling crushed. Sorry is what I got. But now you have like a crush coming your way, okay? Cleanse, sorry, that's funny. It's funny, yeah. Cleanse over here with with all the releasing of frustrations, releasing of manipulative tactics, releasing of bad habits, okay? Like I'm getting cleanse those, okay? But if cleanse means anything else, right? It could also be, like a health cleanse, a house cleanse, all right? But this energy for you to get rid of this past energy, all right? Secrets over here. I don't know. Yeah, with this whole miscommunication over here with the Ace of Swords, I don't know. Just be careful, all right? I mean, you could have secrets revealed, all right? You could have secrets. Let me pull the top card over here. Gifts. Sorry, I pulled the top card because I felt the need to gifts. Yeah, you might just be getting gifts. But yeah, like secrets might be, I don't know. Somebody might be confessing a crush or somebody, I don't know, like, but I'm getting that the secret is you. It's your energy over here. Like you're keeping a lot of secrets, all right? So you have wind and hugs, okay? So for some of you, be vulnerable. That's the first thing that stood out to me over here, okay? Some of you just need to be vulnerable, be willing to put yourself out there. Go hug someone, all right? Go hug yourself. Do a butterfly hug. Do you know how to do that? Do that, all right? Make yourself a blanket burrito, okay? Like take care of yourself, all right? And for those of you that can go outside right now, okay? Maybe you need to, I don't know, yeah. Go outside, feel the breeze, all right, with wind. I don't know why I put wind, but air, but I'm just getting, get some, make sure you're getting fresh air and things like that, all right? Those are the messages that I have for you today, pile number 3, all right? If anything resonated, please let me know. I would love to hear from you, and thank you so much for being here, all right? And yeah, you can let me know in the form of a like or a comment, and yeah, thank you so much, all right? And good luck with all this.